Well, one day R.D. and I are out riding the working cattle on the top rim of the canyon, 8 miles south of Claude. You did it on top in the summer because the breezes kept the deer flies down. Deer flies they'd be about that long. Leave a big bloody mark on your horse, and when you put the cattle down in the bottom where there was no wind, they can actually kill a cow. And so we're up there riding one day, and he's got a new horse. And this horse is big and red and graceful and walking with his head down, watching where he puts his feet. And just a little quick word, there's these people that tie a horse's head down like that to make them look that way. And like I say, I hope when they die, somebody ties their head down wherever they go. It's just not natural. But every once in a while, you see a beautiful horse, big and well put together, and it's just natural for him to do that. I mean, if this horse was a woman, it would be my wife. My wife is the only thing I've seen probably better looking than that horse. But anyway, I said, man, where'd you get that horse? He said, well, his name's Bill. He said, I got a friend, and she trades horses, and she knows what kind of horse I like. And he said, how much you think is horse worth? I said, well, at least $5,000. We don't know anything about $5,000 horses, but I just picked a number. He said, yeah, I believe you're right. I said, how much you give for him? He says, $500. I said, $500? How'd you do that? He was pawned. I said, pawned? I never heard of a pawned horse. He said, well, this druggy cowboy comes in, and he needed money, I guess, for drugs or something. And so he pawned him. And when the feed bill and whatever the boarding bill was got to $500, she called me, and I bought him. And I started looking around a little bit. I said, does this cowboy know who got his horse? And R.D., he's kind of a stubborn fellow when he gets on a topic. And he got that hard look to him. And he says, I don't know and I don't care. And I said, did he want the horse back? He said, oh, yeah, he's pretty mad. I said, well, R.D., I kind of looked around back by the trailer, and I looked over to see if I saw any sun on steel, I said, R.D., if you don't mind for a little while, I think I'll ride a little bit further away from you. He said, completely understanding. He goes, I understand. And so later, old Bill, we were out back on this place north of the I-40 on the loop, borders the airport. And we were going to move a herd, and I had Nick with me, the crazy supervisor that used to work for me. And Nick was riding Bill. And R.D. was on a horse named Blessing, who's in most of our other adventures. Blessing's a gray horse, big, strong horse. And R.D. said, you guys loop around the long way, and I'll go this way. Well, R.D. had a thing he called traveling. He would hit the saddle horn in a rhythmic way, and he kind of got the horse somehow to create a gait between a trot and a lope, and he called it traveling. And it was neat, but the horse could really move. And I told Nick, I said, that's not good for us because we're going the long way. We better lope. So we lit our horses up a little bit. And I looked over, and all of a sudden, I see Bill, the horse, fully extended in a great arcing flip with his hind feet up in the air. And he'd hit a gopher hole, and it was terrible. I mean, the horse was fully extended and rotating. And Nick, he came off in a little ball, rolling across the ground. And again, my first thought was, son of a gun, I got to train another supervisor. He's got to be dead after this. And they both stopped and got real still. And Bill seemed to be okay, and Nick, he moved a little bit. And after that, Bill, he was never quite as agile. He was always a little bothered by the way he stepped. But after that, I always paid a lot more attention to these daggum prairie dog holes. I just don't like prairie dogs.